else is there? There's just so much I want to eat. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a best food slash favorite foods at Disneyland video. So I am an annual pass holder and I have loved Disney my whole life. I love the movies, the whole aesthetic of it, just the feeling I get. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons I go to Disneyland is for the food. I love the food. Me and my family are obsessed, so we're always looking to try the new things, the new seasonal things, or even if they have events like Pixar Fest was like a big thing. I was like looking online, I was like, what's the food coming out? So worth it, and get that discount if you got that annual pass. So but some of them obviously I can't eat everything in a day as much as I would like to, so I will insert some pictures if I can find them online of what I'm talking about. In seeing my favorites and picks for the best Disneyland food, then just keep on watching. But one of my favorite things that it's probably one of my top favorite things is, of course, the corn dog from the Little Red Truck. The corn dogs are so good. I am not a big hot dog person, but I love corn dogs. They're just so, they're so delicious and like buttery almost. Like the bread is, that's what makes the corn dog. That is where it's at. It's so good, and you get some chips with it, you get a drink, little meal, and it's the best for sure. A Disneyland staple. The Monte Cristo from either Cafe Orleans or from the Blue Bayou restaurant. You can get them at either one. Fun fact, Cafe Orleans and Blue Bayou basically have almost the same menu, very similar items, if not the same, but with Blue Bayou, you're going obviously for the ambiance and a little bit better plate presentation, but Cafe Orleans, you're getting basically the same food and honestly, same prices, like, honestly. Very kind of expensive. But my favorite thing is the Monte Cristo sandwich, and a Monte Cristo is basically kind of like, not a grilled cheese, but almost, it's like a fancy grilled cheese. So it has cheese and it has ham in it, and I'm usually not a big ham person, but love it in the sandwich. Ham and in this like bread, and it's all fried together. Super healthy, I know, but it's so good. And then it's also topped with powdered sugar, and then they give you this little thing of jam to dip it in, and oh my god, the jam makes all the difference in my opinion. It is so good. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, wait, powdered sugar on top of a cheese and ham sandwich, like what? But like the bread it's in is almost like, it's similar to like beignet and croissant bread, but it is honestly so good. It's literally one of my favorite things at Disneyland. Just try it out, share with someone, because they give you big portions, like 2 giant halves, and then on Blue Bayou it's like 4 giant halves, but like julienne almost, like very slender. So I recommend sharing, especially because I personally can't eat all of it, but also just get it to try because it's bomb. So another one of my favorite things from Cafe Orleans is the gumbo. The chicken gumbo is so good. Oh my gosh, just get a cup of it and try it out. Oh my gosh, but it's so good. It's super good. Love it, obsessed with it. Oh, you gotta try it. Next to Cafe Orleans is the French Market, and behind that there's like a little section where you can get beignets and mint julep, but get you some beignets. So if you don't have time to sit down and go to Cafe Orleans and you want something sweet, I know everyone's like, get the churros are bomb, but honestly, I will take a beignet over a churro any day of the week, 1000%. Because they have different flavors. I know right now I tried their strawberry beignet, so good. Once they had this like beignet, like lime beignet with like tahini on it, and I wanted to try it so bad, but before they took it away before I got there, so sad. I love everything with tahini on it, so I was very excited, but they do have something else with tahini that I will mention later. But get the beignets, even though just the regular, they're so good. And to complement them, get yourself one of the mint juleps. Literally so amazing, so delicious. It's like so refreshing but not super heavy. So if you're like, oh, I don't really want a soda, get the mint julep. And moving on kind of out of that, there is of course the classic Dole Whip. I love Dole Whip. It has been my favorite for years. It is so good, so refreshing. I personally don't like the Dole Whip float. I prefer the soft serve on its own, but you can obviously get the float if you want. I just don't think the pineapple juice mixes in with it very well, but again, you do you. Moving on to Tomorrowland. Go to, I think it's not Pizza Port, but it was like they changed it to Pizza Port for Pixar Fest, and I was dying over it. I love it. Or maybe just get the oh my god, I forgot the name. I'll put it right here as well, but it's basically a cheeseburger pizza. And I know what you're thinking, that sounds disgusting, but honestly no, it tastes exactly basically like a burger, but it's like on pizza crust. It is so good. And I was it looks a little weird. Like I was kind of skeptical, but I saw it in, I think, What Would Lizzie Vlog? She tried it when she went on her Disneyland trip and it looked so good. So I was like, I for sure have to try it. And it was one of the best things I've ever had pizza wise at Disneyland. So if it's still there, I know they brought it for Pixar Fest. If it's still there and you can get your hands on it, for sure try it because it is dank. She tried, I think it was like Carnation Cafe, something cafe. It was really good. I got the pulled pork sandwich. So delicious. It's like right across from Indiana Jones and like turning the corner to get to Pirates. I've passed that little restaurant for years, never had any desire to go into it. I was just like, let's go to Thunder Mountain, get all the stuff done. But we went in there yesterday and it was actually so good. And they have like this shrimp with corn thing that's really good. That is an appetizer, but it comes with 4, so keep that in mind. But the sandwich is so good. Also shareable. I could not finish it at all, and it's like really big, and the coleslaw in it, it's like a lemon coleslaw. It's just so good, and the baked beans are really good. Recommend this as well if you're looking for some barbecue, more American style food. And going off of that right there, Bengal barbecue, so good. So good. All of their kebabs are delicious. So if you're looking for a quick bite but something that's like food and not dessert, they're usually pretty quick about it, and it's something you could take. It's one of those foods that are so good and you could take on the go and eat it as you're waiting in line at Indiana Jones or Pirates, and you know, multitasking. Moving on to California Adventure. One thing that I love for Pixar Fest, and I hope they keep this because it's so good, it is called the Racer Cup, and it is at Pop Cone in Cars Land, and it is so good. It is basically elote, and it is so good. It's like kind of spicy. They put a lime with it, and they put just the right amount of tahini, and usually they don't have enough tahini for me in my opinion, but it is so good, and it comes in a cup, and it's highly recommend. It's just so good. I love it. But at Disneyland and California Adventure, get you a clam chowder bread bowl or any of the bread bowls. They're so good. My favorite is the clam chowder. I have it almost every time I go except for yesterday. I don't know why, but they're so delicious. And it's like, especially when winter or like Halloween time comes around, I love the clam chowder bread bowls. It is literally one of the best things ever. I'm obsessed. Adorable Snowman, and it is the parfait, and it's basically lemon soft serve, so it's kind of like a lemon Dole Whip but with blue raspberry in it, and oh my gosh, it's basically like the blue part tastes like blueberry icy, and it is so good. Like mixed together, it is, dare I say, it is almost better than Dole Whip. And I love Dole Whip. I am ride or die, but my life has kind of changed. I'm not even gonna lie. Like me and my mom were like, oh my god, this is so good. So for sure try it at the Adorable Snowman because it's so good and like so refreshing and so light, so you're not gonna feel like sick if you get on like Guardians of the Galaxy or anything, or on the Incredicoaster. Also super fun. So it's just really good. And of course, for the final thing that I recommend at Disneyland is any of their candy, so like the marshmallow like Tigger Tails, or any of their candy apples that they have seasonally. I know right now they're bringing out all their cute Halloween stuff, like their Halloween themed candies and things like that. And I totally recommend you pick one up. We were gonna pick up a Jack Skellington candy apple. We got one last year and it was so good, and it looks so cute. It's right next to Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor. Also has really good ice cream, so if you want some genuine ice cream, totally recommend Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor. But it's right next door, and you can even see them making the candy and the candy apples. Like, right, they have like this window and you can like look in it, and that's like one of my family's favorite things to do if you're a fan of just like Disney decor type of things but also want a sweet treat. I know my mom for Halloween even put some of them out last year at a little Halloween party, and everything looked so cute. So it's kind of like an easy way to incorporate Disney into Halloween or your Halloween party, but you don't have to do any of the work. It's already set up. Thanks guys for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. These were obviously, in my opinion, my favorite foods and things to get at Disneyland. Let me know down in the comments below your favorite treats and food to get at Disneyland. I would love to know. I'm always looking for delicious things. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.